The feeling known as love is one that is unstoppable. Sometimes we get hurt and swear never to be in relationships ever again. Sometimes we say this just because we have not yet met the right person yet, but when we do, we can surely tell.
Kabera Paul.
He is called Paul and this is his wife. She is called Adorosela. Surprisingly, they are both disabled and this is one of the reasons why they decided to live together, because normal people refuse to live with them as partners, and this is what happened. Both of them have been living together for so long now. They have been living as husband and wife for about 17 years and they have never thought about breaking up or even being apart for a single minute. They are extremely happy about the way that they are living. He had talked to many girls before and asked them for marriage. They all refused and he had no other option rather than accepting the fact that he was going to be single forever until he met this lady. Honestly, he did not have the guts to go and talk to her because he had been rejected by very many girls a lot of times. This time, he sent his sister and she is the one that did it all for him and made it happen. Now, he has a wife and though they are poor, they are happy. Well, today, we traveled a lot of miles to this village to meet this Interabled couple so that they could tell their story to the world, and fortunately, they accepted to talk to us, though it was not very easy in the first place. It all started a long time ago when Paul was born. He was born disabled, but he was the only one in his entire family that was like this. The rest of them were all fine and they had no problem at all. It was very hurting for him, but he had nothing to do about it. He lived like this until he grew up, and with this kind of disability, there was no way that he could go to school each and every day. It was going to be so hard and very difficult for him, so he ended up not going to school at all. His siblings had a chance to go to school because they were fine. He grew up and turned into a man. He had to get money to buy food for himself because he could not depend on his parents for the rest of his life. And since no one wanted to hire him, he had to find a way to get this money. Paul had no other choice rather than going to busy places like streets and markets and start begging for coins, and this was the only way that he ever got the money he wanted to buy food. He did this for a very long time and it is what he still does until today. He was now a man and ready for marriage. He had to try out his chances on some of the ladies that he knew in this village, but this did not turn out to be so good because they all rejected him since he was disabled, and according to what he says, he did not try out one lady or even two, but 16 of them who all rejected him. When he met this lady, it was in a marketplace. He was afraid to approach her because he had been rejected a lot of times. He talked to his sister about this lady that he had seen, and he requested for his sister to help out. He told his sister to ask this lady to be a wife to Paul. He had hope that she would at least say yes because she was also disabled, but he was not so sure, and this is why he had to send his sister and waited for the reply. She says that when Paul's sister came to her talking about getting married to a man called Paul, she was surprised because she had never seen or even heard about him before. She wanted to refuse, but she thought about it and decided to go with this man. One of the reasons why she accepted him was because he was disabled too. This meant that he would never disrespect her because of her disability, since he was also disabled. She knew that this was a good idea, but her family did not think so. They all denied her from getting married to this man, but she had started falling in love with him. She did not listen to them because she also wanted to get married, and it was about time, so she got married to Paul regardless of others. She came and started living with him as husband and wife, though they were extremely poor. He used to go and beg for coins along the street, and he used to bring them at home, and this was the money they used to buy food each and every day, and it was his daily routine. It was about a year when they had started living together when she said something that surprised the both of them. She had a child. Well, before she met Paul, she was in a relationship with someone, and he was one of the reasons why she accepted Paul. The relationship she was in the first place was terrible. The man she was in love with was normal, and he promised her heaven on earth. This was before she got pregnant, and when she did, things totally changed from anything that she ever expected. She was abandoned by this man when she turned out to be pregnant. According to what she says, he was ashamed of having a child with a woman like her that was disabled. When he left, she swore never to fall in love again, but when she met Paul, she decided to give him a chance. He kept on wondering why she did not tell him in the first place that she had a son. He learned to understand her and accepted her for who she was, because this is what she had also done before. They now live in harmony, but unfortunately, they never had a chance to have a child of their own during the 17 years that they lived together. Well, this is not good news at all, but since they have nothing to do about it, they accepted the fact. Today, they still face problems because people keep spreading rumors that she is a witch, and there is no way that she could live with a man for this long without being able to give birth to a child. What they do not know is that she had given birth before, and maybe it is this man that has a problem. Both of them decided to live together until the very end. This is all that they ever wanted because it keeps them happy more than anyone could ever imagine. They are getting old, and begging on the streets is getting harder as days go by. They are requesting for help so that they can be able to get food and something to do that will give them money to get food on a daily basis. They believe that this will make their lives better because they have been suffering for a very long time now. The funds that will be used to support this family will be donated via GoFundMe. A link that is in the description of this video and pinned in the topmost comment by Afrimax English.
Uriya ikintu muri twebwe dukeneye nk'inkunga.
Thank you for watching. My name is Prince. This is Afrimax English. Do not forget to subscribe.